Let's talk about the song Robbers by the 1975. So, the very first picture is the first music video for Robbers that was put out in 2009 when they were Drive Like I Do. It was posted on MySpace. And after their debut album in 2014, they put out the official music video for Robbers. And then years later in 2018, an alternative version that was most likely done by a fan was put out and starred what they said James and Alyssa. Third one was never posted on the 1975 official pages, but it's alluded to a lot. So people just kind of refer to them as James and Alyssa or Allie because of this. Eddie Healy has said that he wrote Robbers after watching the movie True Romance. It's a Quentin Tarantino written film, and he dreamt kind of the plot to the song Robbers in his mind. True Romance is important because he alludes to it a lot. It's one of his favorite movies. The lyrics in Robbers is "You look so cool." It became like one of their most famous lyrics. And it was inspired by this movie. At the end, she hands a note and it says, "You're so cool," which is also a reference to The Great Gatsby. So this is a modern day telling of Bonnie and Clyde. That is exactly what was created for the Robbers official music video. The alternate version features the exact same concept, just with much younger actors. And this is when I Knew You Were Trouble kind of gets in the mix, because the original was put out in 2009. I Knew You Were Trouble was put out in 2012. That would have been around the same time that Taylor Swift was working with the 1975 as James Booth or a part of it. Then the official was put out in 2014 and the alternate in 2018, even though it's unofficial. The exception of the original, the three below have very, very similar plots and a lot of the same visuals. But I think what really ties them together is that they are all kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde situation. Taylor does a prologue and an epilogue in I Knew You Were Trouble, and it's interesting because it's done very, very similarly to True Romance. That happens in the actual movie, and I do believe that this is kind of like an allusion for that or an ode to that or whatnot. Also, side note, when Speak Now Taylor's version was released, people got the exact vinyl, but it played the prologue and epilogue from True Romance. It also had a lot of the music from there, and this was very interesting because everybody thought it was a mistake. Music researchers said that this was like one of the biggest flubs, that it was misprinted and mispressed, and that it was crazy that this happened to Taylor Swift, etc. I personally don't think that was an accident. Just saying, but my next post will go over some of the vinyl accidents that have happened in the past few years. Also do another post on all of the visuals from I Knew You Were Trouble and how they match up with some of these music videos from the 1975. Once again, these are just visual matches. It doesn't mean that I think the song is about a certain person. It's all of these layers. So it can be about someone visually represented in somebody else and alluding to 10 other things as well. All of these things can be true at once. So